Alright y'all, we're gonna make a video now, kinda on vacation at a undisclosed body of water, you could say. But anyway, we're at the lake for the weekend. All that fun stuff. We went and washed equipment off yesterday. Y'all probably seen some of the pictures of that, where she was washing the cutter and loader and stuff like that with the pressure washer, and
fun stuff.
With the medical boot on and the trash bag over top of it.
Yep.
And right now she's in the middle of cooking supper. So why don't you go ahead with a medical update?
Medical update. Went Thursday to the doctor and they were squeezing on the foot and they're like, oh, you shouldn't be hurting now. And then I almost threw up on them.
Because
so they ran
hurting.
more x-rays. And turns out now it is actually fractured. 2 to 3 more weeks in the boot and then 2 weeks of light duty afterwards. Yay.
Fun stuff.
I did pick garden yesterday though. In the boot.
Yep.
And it was soggy.
And when we go back home, we have a lot of snaps to pick and can and process and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, we're being away now and all that, and I'm always the one, I hate leaving the homestead for vacation and stuff, because usually that's when something goes awry. We just got a call a little while ago from our good buddies that takes care of the farm while we're gone, and one of the hogs died, you know, which is not their fault. It would have still died if we were there, but I hate not being there to take care of the aftermath, if you know what I mean. Especially with it being hot and everything like that, and they said it's already swole up and
Beginning
gross.
to seep.
Yeah. Yep, not the best things there. We got a lot of homestead projects that we haven't been able to finish. As y'all know, I hadn't been making a lot of videos lately, been really busy and tied up with different things and all that, having to do more at work and then more on the homestead and everything. And it seems like a lot of times that you know, work and work and work, and then you don't really have anything to show for it. And that's kind of what the last couple of weeks it felt like. Take it away.
Sorry.
But yeah, she says that, you know, it's a lot of because of her foot and stuff, but it's not her fault. It's just been a bad time for the foot incident, we could say. It's been a lot of extra stuff going on that we don't have normally, and I'm wanting to take the farm and homestead to the next level. We're trying to get some more cows. We got an old tractor from my dad I got to fix up and get the hydraulics and things working on it, and then the hay equipment, the baler and the mower and the rake and everything. It's all of them's been sitting for a long time. The baler, we had to put 1 new tire on it. The hay mower, we're going to put 2 tires on, and the rake, I think we're going to be okay on that. And this old tractor, when we do get it running, the back tires are dry rotted, so we're going to have to put 2 on it. So we got a lot of things coming up to really get to that next level. A lot of times with prepping and homesteading and small farming, you know, somebody will set a goal, and once they get to that goal, they're happy. And I'm not that way. I'm never happy. It's not good enough. But
Finally admit it.
yeah.
And it's not just homestead. It's anything. It can be having equipment, having vehicles, being able to do certain things, and it just continues. So it's always chaotic.
The way I look at it, if you're not improving yourself or your homestead or whatever you're working on, if you're not doing something every day, then it's a waste of a day. And that's just my opinion on it. Right or wrong, I guess. But we are buying hay, which is fine. We get it from our father-in-law and everything like that, so it's kind of a family deal, but I still want to be able to cut our own also, because when we do have hay cutting time, it takes a lot of time just using one cutter and one baler. So we get our stuff going, I'll be able to we'll be able to run 2 cutters at a time and 2 balers at a time and be able to get it done twice as fast. And we also got some other fields that we can potentially cut and get hay off of and use for ourselves or resell or whatever we need to do like that, to keep moving forward. And another thing is, I've always grew up cutting and baling hay when I was a kid and stuff, and when my dad pretty much got away from that like 6 years ago or so, I've been missing it ever since. So it's probably, a lot of the farming stuff is just where I can't grow up, I guess.
It's still expensive toys.
Oh yeah. Very expensive. But I want to get some more cows. I've been watching a lot of videos from a guy, Just a Few Acres Farm. I shared one of his posts not too long ago. I like his channel. I watch that a lot now. He raises Dexter cows, and I've been talking about getting into them. See where we're at. The Black Angus cows, are the what do you call it? The main thing everybody has, main thing everybody wants. They bring the most money and all that. The Dexters doesn't really have a good resale value here, but I'm wanting to get them and get into the meat market. If we can get a cool slaughterhouse room set up, I don't know what you call them, but like a walk-in freezer type deal, and be able to find out whatever you got to do the whole USDA thing or whatever, to slaughter and sell your own animals. But the Dexters, they're about half the size of a typical Angus. I think what he said is a full grown one's about 800 pounds. And you get anywhere from 300 to 400 pounds of meat out of it, depending on what you do and how big it was and everything like that. So they also eat less. The rule of thumb around here for an Angus is you need 1 acre of grazing land per cow, where from what I've seen him and some others say, the Dexter is about a half an acre per cow. So you could have twice as many of Dexters on the same amount of land as an Angus. And I think that the Dexter would be about the same amount of upkeep as a goat. Maybe not as much, but it looks like to me those goats eat their fair share with no trouble. So I would say that a goat would take half an acre, or at least a quarter of an acre. So it would be probably a little bit more of feed and upkeep than it would be for a goat, where you get a whole lot more meat out of it. Like I said, from what I don't know personally, but from my research and stuff, they're about 700-800 pounds full grown, where a goat's probably going to be like 200 or 230 to 50 if it's a super huge ram or something. So I think it's just, a lot more meat than you would get off of a goat, which we'll still keep the goats, but I think that may be a good way to expand. And also, even if we don't sell it, we just butcher it for ourselves. I want to be able to do that process ourselves, just like we done the hogs, and not have to outside it, get somebody to butcher it. So the Dexter being about half as big, and it would be an easier task for us to take on slaughtering our own. And if we still got 350 pounds of meat out of it at a time, that would do us for a pretty good while. So what you think?
Sounds like fun. We should get some.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I'm working on now, is getting more cows and getting more tractors and things. all of that stuff. Like I said before, we hadn't been able to get farm status on our taxes to get any money back from all of this expense, because they said you have to sell $5,000 worth of product off your farm. So if we do move into this hay deal and being able to sell hay and possibly be able to sell meat or have more cows or whatever, maybe we can get that and start getting a few dollars back. But at the moment, everything now is out of pocket, and no sponsors or anything like that. So if anybody's got, you know, a brand new tractor that they want to show off to the world of YouTube, you can send it to me and I'll advertise it. But I don't see that happening, which is cool. I'm still not monetized yet. I guess when my time is up for that, I will send in for it, but if I get it, fine. If I don't, fine. It really ain't gonna make a whole lot of difference to me, because again, I'm still a small channel. I'm not doing a video every day. I'm not doing this as a job. So, you know, if I got 20 bucks a week off of it, you know, that would be something we'd be able to put back towards feed and homestead and things and everything like that. So last time I checked, sometime last week, we were over 3,000 hours, so we've got a little less than 1,000 hours left before we're eligible, which doesn't mean that we're going to get it, because some of the way Google is cracking down, you know, some of the gun videos I got and different things like that, they may not monetize me for all that stuff. So I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. What would you like to talk about?
Chickens. So right now we didn't plan it well, but we've got chickens hatching.
Ish. We always have one little chicken that's born about 3 days before everybody else, and 9 times out of 10 they don't make it. And we had that happen this time too. It was born yesterday or day before? Day before, which was about 3 or 4 days before the rest of them should be hatching. And I mean, it looked good and healthy and everything to begin with, but it ended up not making it. It died yesterday, so it lived like 1 day and everything. So again, it's just part of homesteading and everything like that. I mean, not everything makes it, and our kids have adjusted to that pretty well. They are definitely you know, learning how things work, maybe for better or for worse, but it's definitely teaching them a lot of life lessons pretty young. So I enjoy that. I don't want them to grow up, you know, being 20 years old and some little pet die and they be bawling their eyes out for 3 days, you know. It's just is what it is on that. And I mean, you know, if you got a dog or something you've had for 20 years, that might be different. But I mean, if you got like normal livestocky type animals like goats or cows or chickens or even rabbits and stuff like that, I mean, it's just the way the world works. So
Hear people.
I do hear people. Got anything else you want to say? Well, I guess that's all I got to say on this one. So everybody have a happy Screw the Government Day, or otherwise known as Independence Day. So stay prepped up, prayed up, and strapped up. See ya.